It is Sunday, August 23rd. Welcome, guys, to this video. My name is Julian. I am a climate and weather communicator, and we're gonna now see what's expected in terms of rainfall and temperature conditions for Europe by the week that wraps up the month of August. So basically, we're seeing the 24th down to the 31st of August. So we're gonna basically see in general terms, just going straight to the topic here, we're gonna see a split pattern over Europe. We are seeing high pressure making its way back across parts of Central and Eastern Europe and Scandinavia, but we still see that unsettled weather, some troughs dominating western parts of Europe. So Portugal, Spain, France, Ireland, and the UK. But we see that although we have settled conditions also dominating most of Central and Eastern Europe, by midweek we have by later in the week this troughs finally pulling back this scattered showers, this instability through our front here by Friday, advancing and pulling in again colder air. We're also gonna be seeing those temperatures basically having a rise again. So yes, summer is not yet done, guys. We have already seen a brief spell of cooler air, but as you can see, the subtropical warm air is gonna make its way again back into higher latitudes. So yeah, stick with me for the next minute or minutes or maybe some 10 minutes here if you want to see all about those rain totals and some of those temperature patterns. I'll start off here with this chart from WeatherBell, which is showing us basically what we can expect in terms of rainfall anomalies for this week. So we're basically seeing parts of France, Portugal, and northeastern Spain with above average rainfall because of those troughs that we commented earlier in the video. Scotland and parts of the UK with those high amounts of precipitation. We're gonna see those totals really soon. Ireland as well, having some of those rain totals becoming above average for time of year. And we see that this pattern, it actually is consistent if we go through Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and even Western Germany and parts of Jutland in Denmark. But we see that as we make our way here across Eastern Europe and of course the Mediterranean. So departing here from Eastern Spain, southern France, Andorra, and then making the way all the way here across the Balkans, we are seeing still those drought conditions persisting. It's not that we're not gonna have rain, we are gonna have some rain, but as we are gonna see the pattern, it is still dry over here as well. Those temperatures that are gonna be running above average for time of year. As you can see here, we have so basically the whole of Europe with above average temperatures, signaling that summer is not done yet. But look how remarkable here for most of the Balkans and southern Italy. And as we go our way westwards, we see that Iberia, on the other hand, is gonna have below average temperatures because we have this polar maritime air here making its way inland due to this trough. So those depressions drilling here across parts of Bay of Biscay and close to the North Sea as well. But we can see, for instance, that parts of France, Germany, and even further north here, the UK and Scandinavia are gonna see those temperatures above average. So that's something surprising for some because most of them thought maybe that when the summer was gone that we were finally locked in autumn, but not yet, guys. Still some summer to come, and I'm gonna show that to you now if I just first showing you those precipitation totals. So coming back to the rainfall, as I've mentioned, those troughs bringing on average 50 millimeters for most of France. Look how beneficial that's going to be. Drought conditions starting to ease across France, but of course some disruptions depending on how this rainfall falls can be flash flood risks, even some landslides in mountainous areas here, depending on how intense it is. And here, look at northern Portugal, northern Spain with those showers, some scattered showers making inland as well. Beneficial here for some agriculture, but of course, a bit risky if you have other cultures such as wine production and other varieties that are not tolerant to moisture. But as it was dry, I believe that it could be something good for those sections of Iberia, but in the meantime, here, not really good. Some impacts expected across these areas, especially regarding olives and wine production. Make sure to put in the comments where you're from and if you have any productions or if you rely on some kind of product here that depends on weather. So here across the Alps, it's also something concerning. I've noticed we have those rainfall totals that will pile up. It's gonna sum up to 100 millimeters possibly in the Alps between northern Italy, Switzerland, some rains in Austria, and here, as I've mentioned, Germany split. So at least as of today, the model is showing that parts of Germany are gonna have some 30 to 40 millimeters of rain, other parts drier with 5 to 10 millimeters, even some spots without showers. Denmark, the same thing apparently. Copenhagen with not really much in terms of rainfall, maybe just later in the week with that trough coming in with this front. But then here across Jutland we have rainfall totals that could sum up to 30 or more millimeters. South Norway as well, same thing. This troughs bringing some heavy showers, downpours. And here in Scotland, some totals that are quite interesting. For the remainder, for the rest of Europe, I would say scattered showers. We have some spots here that, depending on how those storms evolve, especially if we consider that I'm recording this on Sunday, we can have some showers here that are not gonna unfold during the week. But you can see that we have most of Europe with some precipitation making its way back in. But look here, southern areas, so the Mediterranean, southern Italy, southern parts of the Balkans with scattered or non any amounts of precipitation, some 5 to 10 millimeters here across the Balkans, some scattered showers, Romania and Ukraine with some rain, could be locally above 50 millimeters, and here across northeastern Turkey, excuse me, we're gonna have those showers. So you're gonna see there's a trough here with colder air, so a lot of instability, especially in mountainous areas here. Alright, that was a lot of talking. Let's see here the temperatures, what we're expecting. I'll go quick here, guys, so that I don't take much of your time. But thank you, I appreciate for making so far. So as we start Monday, we're gonna see basically the pattern we've seen from last week, right? So cooler air dominating Central and Northern Europe, temperatures in their low teens, maybe below 10 degrees here across the UK, the Benelux countries, Denmark, Germany, temperatures varying between 10 and 15 degrees. A bit colder here in Norway in the mountainous areas, locally below zero. And then for southern areas, we see coastal areas of the Mediterranean with temperatures in their mid-20s, so tropical nights here where we are seeing those shades. And yeah, a bit cooler air here in their mid-teens, so fresh in mountainous areas of Iberia, also fresh here across northeastern France. But as you can see, there's already some warm air here, some I believe some phone effect going on here with higher temperatures in the southern areas, low maybe in their higher teens. And as we go in the afternoon of Monday, we can see temperatures rising, but not as we've seen throughout the summer. Look at those temperatures just in their 20s, both over most of northern areas, while here we have temperatures reaching 30 degrees locally in central France, so a warm up, and here across Italy as well, but not really extreme heat, and temperatures just varying from the mid-20s to their 30s, some warmer areas of course here in Turkey and in the Mediterranean course, Sardinia. But let's look here, let's see how it evolves during the week, because what we're gonna see is this cold air plunging to the east, while the heat is developing here across parts of southern Europe and as well parts of France. So that's why we're seeing those temperatures rising above average. This animation runs up to Friday, I believe, but look how things are set to become as we finish the working week. Temperatures in their low 40s in parts of Italy gonna be definitely under some heat warnings taking effect, but also Sicily and Mediterranean as a whole, especially here, eastern, southeastern Mediterranean, the Balkans, seeing those heat warnings unfold later in the week. So keep an eye on that. Let's see how this is gonna evolve throughout the week, and we see as well that this heat already starts evolving through Thursday, especially here in Italy. Already a lot of heat, and so France as well having some of this heat on Wednesday as tropical air comes in, but we've seen those troughs making their way from the Atlantic here, and we also see that well, we're gonna have a warm up here. Sorry if I'm skipping a bit the time. It's just because always a new discovery when you're watching so many areas in the map. But also expect a warm up here across parts of Central Europe, Germany, the Netherlands, and almost 30 degrees Celsius again, possible in some locations. Not as warm as we had in previous weeks, but who knows, right? And then Poland later in the week as well. So those plumes of warm air making their way northwards, and especially with such a deep low pressure, we are gonna see some amounts of precipitation that could be rather impressive. Let's sum up with the daily precipitation here. Let's see how rainfall is gonna evolve. So here, basically, Monday. So we're seeing the 24-hour precipitation. Monday starts with those showers across parts of France and northern Portugal. Parts of actually Portugal as a whole can have some showers, and parts of central and parts of northwest Spain having rainfall here. Could be locally above 30 millimeters. Here in France as well, some showers as we have higher terrain. Is it Avignon? Correct me if I'm wrong, but here those areas across southern France, some scattered showers overall, but definitely good news if those showers they don't come in such a huge intensity. We also see some showers across parts of Russia and Poland with this trough lingering here, and some potential showers for Romania and Balkan states here as well. So as we go to the following days, so we see that conditions evolve on Tuesday. Rain starts spreading in. Here we have some of those showers spreading more into the Balkans, northern Italy, France. It rains also ceasing here across northern Portugal and Spain. Still some rain possible, and then some showers also returning to the UK. Mainly dry across Scandinavia, parts of Germany, northern Germany, especially Poland, Ukraine. Let's see here for the following day if I have access. Yeah. So here for Thursday, still seeing those showers rambling here to values of 5 to 15 millimeters of rain here locally more. So a new round of showers arriving with this new trough on Wednesday. So by midweek, a rainfall returns. So we're seeing a wet week unfolding here across Western Europe, the UK as well with those showers. Some 5 to 10, locally 20, 30 millimeters across central and southern Germany, and some showers possible across Belgium, the Netherlands. We see some of those showers a bit reduced here, scattered showers across mountainous areas of the Balkans, but more here in Romania, extending to Ukraine. Then finally by Friday, yes, by Friday we finally see the most intense precipitation developing with this trough, this front coming through. So Denmark and straight with these showers that could rise from 50 millimeters in Jutland. Let's see, because if not, it's definitely going to be disruptive. Some weather warnings from DMI might be emitted from the Danish Meteorological Institute, and we still have those showers unfolding across northern Portugal and northern Spain through France, Germany. So, anyways, guys, it just looks it's gonna be really wet here across those central western areas. But look how dry it is here. So even though we have some showers possible here, we can have showers daily across the Balkans, especially with convective heating, with convection and some afternoon showers here. But I wouldn't say it is gonna be something that brings much relief, right? And of course here some precipitation across Turkey. Well, that was a lot for me, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any doubts, any suggestions, please feel free to use the comment section below. I'm gonna leave it here, guys, but thank you so much for keeping up to this point, and see you next week. Bye bye.